Hey folks, just got off a call with an investor this week. What I'm seeing a lot from investors who maybe bought some rental properties in the last few years after doing a refinance in 2019 to 2022. Great time to do that when they bought rental properties and now running into issues with rental properties. So there's nothing turnkey about turnkey properties and looking to get more into the world of syndications and private placements. If that sounds like you, join our group at thewealthelevator.com/club and book an onboarding call with myself. And I try to open up a couple of call slots on the weekend because I know you guys are pretty busy on the weekdays. For those of you guys who I've already talked to, as you guys know, we've been pretty slow on the acquisition side since the summer of 2022. Why is this? The loan to values that we used to get at 70% have gone down drastically at 50%, requiring me to bring a lot more down payment capital to the table, which totally throws the return on investment economics out of whack, which is why I haven't really been doing too much lately. And it's been forcing me over the past year to look beyond real estate. Obviously, real estate has gotten me to where I'm at today. Great leverage, the four ways you make money. I wrote this in a pretty in-depth article at thewealthelevator.com/returns. Check that out if a lot of this is new to you guys. But for more advanced investors out there, you start to gravitate towards non-hard asset investing after a certain point. So those of you guys who are on the newsletter, you guys are going to start to see some of these opportunities start to come out that are going to be a little bit more out there. For real estate to really work, you need to have good leverage, good interest rates. And what I'm seeing is we may not see this happen in the next year or two. Economic signals, the Atlanta Fed's GDP outlook is showing slower personal income growth, and which is good, I think, for us, is we want to see the soft landing of the economy, which is seemingly happening right before our eyes. The Atlanta GDP's outlook for quarter one 2024 predicts a 2.1% growth rate, which is right in line with a semi-healthy economy. The personal consumption expenditures PCE price inflation index, they're seeing that to be 2.8, which is the lowest since March of 2021, which says that what the Fed has been doing has been working to cool off inflation. The consensus is 2024 might be tough for industry out there, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel with potential recovery around 2025, which means now is the perfect time to get involved in projects, real estate and outside of real estate, because a lot of these projects are going to be 1 to 3 year value add opportunities. So unless you get it now, the bus is going to leave you behind. And some of these might be outside in the professional services industry. Maybe I've spilled the beans a little bit too much, but I'll release more information over the coming weeks on some of what's coming up for our group. One big example outside of the world of real estate in terms of virtual online businesses is the latest Google shakeup. So Google unveiled their latest SEO update, and this is aimed at cutting down on low quality content, especially because there's a lot of AI writers out there and people who've been tinkering websites with gray hat tactics over the last decade. You have a lot of companies that might have ranked on the first few pages of the Google search aren't there anymore. And this is a huge displacement. And ultimately, Google is trying to play referee and send the best information to the top of the pages. But it's just an opportunity for other operators to come in there and get this displacement in the realm of running online content websites. And that's just one little universe within the huge multiverse of you've got real estate here, and then you've got larger, other, more, you've got other asset classes up here where you can make a much higher return. Before we start to talk about different investment galaxies, which might be new to a lot of you guys as real traditional hard asset investors, on this week's podcast, Geography with Jeff, where we're going to be talking more about these long-term trends so that we don't get caught in the minutia of what changes day by day, month by month. I think at the end of the day, I'm still always going to be investing in real estate due to the long-term prospects of population growth, and especially in the lower middle class workforce housing sector, which we develop in that type of arena. But with that, the new book is coming out this next month. We had some editorial snags. There were some things I wanted to add in there last minute that kind of delayed things. If you guys are interested in that, shoot us an email, team@thewealthelevator.com. We'll put you guys on the advanced list. We need some people to help us get the word out with some reviews. We'll send you a preview and we'll release some free chapters out to you guys. But enjoy the podcast.